Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're going to do a little book. Chapter 5. This is the latest little book release. Of course, it's put together by Jim Beam, Fred Noe, Master Distiller, and it's to honor his late father. Anyways, this one is Chapter 5. Now, Chapter 4, I wasn't a huge fan of. They added brown rice to the blend, and I wasn't a big fan. Chapter 3 was pretty great. Chapter 2 was pretty good. Chapter 3 was a blend of ultra-aged. It was a blend of all four of their small batch series, Booker's, Baker's, Basil Hayden, and Knob Creek, all extra aged. This is a blend of 4 different bourbons: a 2-year-old bourbon whiskey, a 3-year-old straight rye malt whiskey, a 5-year-old bourbon, and a 15-year-old bourbon. So 3 bourbons, 1 rye, excuse me. And they have some little tasty notes on there, but let's see what we get first, and then we'll compare it to their tasty notes. Oh, what is this? Is this the new Bourbon Santa Glencairn? Oh, I didn't notice. It sure is. Oh, look at that. Coming soon. Oh, I'll tell you what. This smells really nice. Ooh. Actually, it smells really good. Butterscotch, brown sugar, syrup, like nearly molasses. A hint sharp. It might just need a little air. Let's get a little dizzy and see. Oh, a little tiny hints of nuttiness. It's not too strong. Getting stronger though. It might end up being pretty nutty once this opens up. Big surprise, right? Jim Beam, nutty. There's this, it's got to be coming from the rye. There's this nice light herbal note that's, it's not quite like the evergreen note or like a real rye spice, but it's hinting in that direction. I can tell that it's there. It's nice. It's a really nice layer in between the other flavors. Let's taste it. Way more rye spice on the palate than the nose would tell you. You know, I just realized this is my first of the day. I just realized that I kind of burnt the tip of my tongue last night when I was eating the soup that we made for dinner. I could feel that. At first, it threw me for a loop. I was like, "Wow, this is really spicy on the tip of the tongue," and then I realized, no, that's not what that is. The nose shows more of that rye now than it was before. I get little hints of smokiness, little hints of that old charred wood from that extra aged bourbon that's in here, that 15-year-old bourbon. They don't give us any specs on mash bills for these. The nose is going in a very different direction than when I first opened it. When I first opened it, it was, you know, all that, the almost molasses and brown sugar and all that. And it's kind of going, what is that? It's going to a more chemically place than when I first opened it. I'm not a big fan of that. It does get significantly more nutty. It's a bit alcohol forward. I didn't even remember to look at the proof. It's only 59. What is that? I need glasses. 58.4% alcohol. So it's not low, but it drinks hotter than it is. It reminds me a lot of Booker's, but with a little something extra. It doesn't remind me of a great Booker's. It reminds me of a middle of the road Booker's with a little something extra, like that rye mixed in. That's how it kind of feels. That's how it kind of tastes. Let's see. Let's look at their tasting notes and see what we get. So they say light linger of warmth and smoked vanilla on the finish. It's definitely got a lingering warmth. Smoked vanilla? I don't know. I don't think I buy that. Taste: caramel and toasted bread with brown sugar undertones and a touch of sweetness. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I would say on the palate. The nose, they say, is a complex blend of oak, caramel, and subtle smoke. I'll give that to them on the nose. I'll give them that one, the nose, a little bit. But I get way more rye now than in the very beginning. And the rye comes with a, I don't know, it's like it's a wood note, but it's like a funky oak. It's not like a nice sweet oak or a really dry oak. It's like a funky oak. Definitely. Like a musty oak. Wow. So, is it interesting? Definitely. Is it exceptional? No. Is it worth trying? Maybe. If you like dropping $120 on a whiskey, that here's a problem that I'm having. I don't know if it's just my perception or the bourbons that I've had, but I'm noticing a significant decline in the quality of Jim Beam products. As some of you know, the ones that watched it, I did an enormous Booker's shootout that was 5+ years worth of Booker's that we compared all to each other over a course of videos, and I've had multiple little books. I got the new Basil Hayden toasted. I've had tons of Jim Beam products, from the distiller's cut to all the weird Jim Beam ones that they had that are now pretty much gone. And I'm noticing a decline in quality across the board for Jim Beam. And it's sad because Booker's was one of my favorites, Knob Creek, one of my favorites, but I'm finding more and more that my favorite Knob Creeks are the older stuff, older releases, 15-year-old store picks, the 15-year special release. The newer stuff seems, for whatever reason, to disappoint me almost every single time. The Booker's from this year so far, awful. Don't like. Most of them from last year, I was not a fan of. There was only one last year that I even thought was decent. So I don't know what's going on with Jim Beam. It's kind of disappointing because some of their products were among some of my favorite products, and it's a little disheartening to see it happening, to such a storied distillery. And when you're going to put out a special release like this, it's got to be good. I mean, come on. I've got bourbons over there that are a quarter of this cost that I would prefer to drink over this. I don't know. I got to tell you, I try to be as positive as possible with this YouTube channel, with my reviews. If I don't like something, I say I don't love it. If I am not happy about it, if it's doesn't taste good, I'm like, maybe some people will like it. But I think Bad Santa is going to have to start coming out and just really start calling a spade for a spade. This is trash. This is trash. Unless this opens up like 1,000%, this is a trash release from Jim Beam. The nose is completely uninteresting. At the very beginning, when I first cracked it, I thought there was a chance. I thought there was something happening there. But it's gone to a chemically just disheartening place. I don't love the nose. And the palate tastes like a bad Knob Creek. You've all had them. We've all had a bad Knob Creek. Some releases of Knob Creek, not great. This tastes like a crappy single barrel of Knob Creek. Why? Why would you do this? Why would you put this out? And it's so funny because it's once you get air in it that it starts to turn. I don't know, man. That's disappointing. I was really hoping to love this. I was really hoping to absolutely adore it. But I don't. Oh, well, guys. Until next time, hopefully we'll review something that tastes better. Maybe I should review these or taste these before I shoot a review. I don't know. I kind of like doing fresh cracks though, so you guys get my actual reaction to a whiskey. This one is just disappointing. I would not recommend to buy. I would say leave this shelf turd right where it belongs, on a shelf. Overpriced and disappointing. Thanks, guys. Until next time, have a great day.